Red Dirt Road Customs and Classics. Yeah, we're sporting a 9-line shirt today. A little All-American for another veteran's business. So we're out here in the shop. It's Saturday morning. Looks like we got one more guide code on the passenger side quarter panel here. And we're gonna show everybody how you try to make these cars straight. So this is the 4th coat of high build. I haven't put a new one on. It's been a little while. We're just cutting everything off and make sure everything's squared up. Doesn't miss any little nibs or anything. So there's 320 on a long block. Still using 3M paper. And then I got assorted blocks here just in case we need a little round block. It's a pretty good little thing that I've learned it works on those inside corners and outside corners on this car, because there isn't a flat spot really on these 50s Chevys. So I got a 24-inch or so block. I've got a 3-footer, but we used it at a higher grit, and I don't think we need that long of a block on the panel at this point because we got it pretty close. There's a 12-inch with 320. It's my little square block to get in some edges, and it's 12 inches. I got a 6-inch hand block. Let's see, I've got my little round teeny block that I got 320 on it. Everybody can see that. And then I got another 6-inch block with 400, just in case we find any scratches, or that 320 isn't. We need something a little lighter than 320. So basically, I think what's on here right now, let's see, this Evercoat guide coat. It's a 1K ready use chute. It's 10721 part number, and it's real powdery. It's basically a powder coat. To cut off and guide. It's made by a paint company, so it's made for this. A lot of guys use black paint. That works. And I'm just trying out some products they say work really well. So all we're doing is checking for any low spots that exist in this panel, by spraying that powder in that low spot in the scratches. And then when you lay this block on here, and you can start seeing it cut it off. Just, put a little good light on it, and you can watch it just cut it right off. And what you don't want to do is cut through any of your primer that you've put on, and you don't want to open up any bare metal or even get down to that epoxy coat. So you can see that there's some dark spots in that long block. And that's a little bitty microscopic low, because this cuts at that micro level. We're just sculpting the car at that smallest of small levels. Very, very subtle hints. Still using next pattern, not to push too hard. We're just cutting that powder off the quarter panel, trying to get any scratches that are deeper than 320, 400 out of it. Anywhere we maybe left some deeper Bondo scratches in it. And then the smaller blocks, sometimes you have a little bit smaller area that's a little nib that color needs to come out. You don't want to cut through on the edges of it, but it's close enough that it won't show up in paint. So that's really what we're doing here. We're just cutting off the nibs so that when we paint her black, she's straighter than what GM put her out at. Let's say that. That's what we're trying for, of course. Not real tough. These cars, everybody knows these cars were not built perfectly. There's a wide range of sheet metal problems that they had with these cars, and if guys that built them, they know. They don't like to tell you that, but every manufacturer had to cut corners when they were building these cars back in the 50s because, you know, they were in it to make money. And Ford and Chrysler definitely still had some competition like they do today. They have to produce these cars that are economical for people to buy. So we're just trying to clean up and make it a little nicer than we found it. We definitely done that on this car, but we're trying to make it repainted almost as good as GM. I think it's time for some air here. Oh, I hit the camera. And you don't want to watch me do this whole panel, but basically you guys got to see me start. I think everybody can figure out how to do this. It's not as hard as it looks. It just takes time and effort, just like anything in life. I hope everybody subscribes to my channel, likes my Facebook group, Red Dirt Road Customs and Classics. And this springtime, folks, go find you a hot rod to dig out of the woods and start working on. It's probably the best thing you can do as an American right now. Thank you.